All right, so let's compare some linear functions and their key features. So starting on the top left, we have an equation and we have a table. And we're just going to stick with the rate of change, x-intercept, and y-intercept. So the rate of change for this guy, that's the slope. I'm just going to use m to represent, or a to represent slope. That's -1. My x-intercept, I'm going to add 5 to both sides. 5 is equal to -x, so -5 is equal to x. So my x-intercept is -5. And my y-intercept, I'm sorry, +5. Yeah, -5. Yeah, -5. And my y-intercept is going to be -5. Okay, so x-intercept and the y-intercept are -5. Let's come over to here, and my rate of change, my change in x is up 5. So I'm do a little slope over here, 5, and then my rate of change on the y, this is g of x, this is our y value, anything of x is our y, and we can see that we're increasing by 10. So our slope here is 2. All right, the x-intercept is when y is 0, and the y-intercept is when x is 0. So the y-intercept is going to be easier to find here. X is 0 when y is -7. And my x-intercept is when y is 0. So y is going to be 0 between, here it is, between -7 and 3. So that means it's going to be somewhere between here, between 0 and 5. So if we're going to compare the two, like which one's bigger and which one's smaller, the table has the larger slope. The y-intercept, comparing the y-intercept, the equation has this the larger y-intercept, and the equation has the smaller x-intercept. All right, let's look at the next guy. So we're going to compare a table and a graph. So my slope here, you're going to find 2 points that we can compare. And these are intervals of 1, even though they only list the 2. So we go right 1, and then up 1, 2, 3. So my slope for my graph is 3. My y-intercept is going to be -2. And my x-intercept, we can see it's between 0 and 1. Somewhere between 0 and 1. All right, let's go to the next guy. My slope, we can see, let's pick some non-negatives so it's easier to see. We go up 1 on the x. And we go up 4 on the y. So the table has a bigger slope than the graph. The y-intercept is when x is 0, and x becomes 0 right here. So this is my y-intercept, is at 1. And my x-intercept is when y is 0, and he becomes 0 between -3 and +1. So we're going to come over here and we're going to say my x-intercept is between -1 and 0. Okay, we have another equation and table to compare here. Let's start with the equation. My slope is 8. My y-intercept is -7. My x-intercept, we're going to add 7, is when y is 0. We're going to add 7 to both sides. So there's plenty of room now. So add 7. Okay, and we're solving for x. So when y is 0, x is going to be 7/8. 7/8 is our x-intercept. Okay, let's look at the table now. The rate of change, x's are all negatives, but we can see this is increasing by 1. So slope is 1. So obviously the bigger slope is the equation here. My y-intercept is when x is 0, and I don't see that on here. I don't see, I can I could find it by writing the equation here. Let's see here. So it's going up 1, so another 1, 2, 3 increases. Oh, you know what? My slope isn't 1. My slope is 3. So it's going up by 1 on the x. My bad. So 1 on the x, and then it's going up by 3 on the y. Okay, so it's going up by 3, and 3 more times it needs to go up until x is 0. So my y-intercept is 9 plus 9, 18. Wow, that's pretty big, but there it is. And my x-intercept is really easy to find here. It's when y is 0. My x-intercept is -6. Okay, let's come over to the right, and now we got some context. Alejandro and Maria collect movies. Maria's movie collection is shown in the graph. She started with 0 movies and added the same number of movies to her collection each month. In the 5th month, she had 15 movies, and Alejandro's movie collection is given by the description right here. All right, so we can see Maria's line, and it says she started with 0, so we can even put an extra point right here. And in the 5th month, she had 15 movies, so here's the 5th month right here, and the 15 movies is up here by 16. All right. So we can say her rate of change is 3. We go in 1 month, she watched the 3 movies. It's right underneath the 4. The x-intercept and the y-intercept is at 0 because that's where she started. Okay, so x-intercept, y-intercept. All right, now let's look at Alejandro's. Alejandro started his collection with 27 movies. He inherited from his uncle and continues to buy 2 movies every month. All right, so if we could think of this as a graph, he starts way up here, 27, and then he increases by 2 every month. All right, so we have no x-intercept. There's no x-intercept. We starts off up here on the y, so none. The y-intercept is 27, and then our slope, he buys 2 movies every month. 2. All right, last one. We have an equation and a graph. Tremaine and Jose leave Los Angeles at different times and drive up to Interstate 5 towards San Francisco. These functions show their distance from LA over the course of time. Okay, so here Tremaine, 60x. So this is basically his speed, 60 per ever many. I believe we're using hours. Well, whatever the x would be, but typically you're going miles per hour, so this is 60 miles per hour. Okay, our x-intercept and our y-intercept are both at 0. Okay. Let's look over on the right now. And here we can try to calculate the rate of change. So our y-intercept we can put first. That's at -100. All right, because it doesn't say how far away Tremaine is, so it's not really helpful. We can't really use, can't really calculate his distance or anything like that. All right, my x-intercept is going to be a little less than 2. If we look at the graph, we can see that line crosses right before it hits 2. So we're going to say approximately 2, but we're not sure, not exact with that. And then the rate of change is going to be actually something we can find. So we went, this is from 0, 100, -100, to 5, 175. So this is a change, an x of 5. And then we go up 100, and then up another 175. That's 275. So 275 divided by 5. All right, so 275 divided by 5 is 55. Alright, so those are all the different types of ways that you can find linear function key features and how you can compare them.